real tall people, they used to call them giants. Sabe.
The Sabe is known to many as Bigfoot, but to the Anishinaabe, it is more than just a legend. It is a guardian, a reminder to live with integrity, to speak truth even when the world does not listen. Some say the Sabe stands over 8 feet tall, covered in thick black or brown fur, blending seamlessly with the shadows of the wilderness. Its eyes, deep and knowing, seem to hold the wisdom of the land itself. Many have heard its low, rumbling calls in the stillness of the night.
There was a time, long ago, when our people walked closely with the Sabe. It was not a creature to be feared, but one to be respected. It would test those who strayed from their truth, appearing only to those who needed to remember who they were. Even now, there are hunters, trappers, and travelers who speak of strange footprints along the shores, of trees bent and twisted where no storm has passed. But to truly understand the whispers of Sabe, we turn to the ones who carry the stories, those who heard them first.
It's a giant that years ago, like today, some of them call them Sasquatch and Bigfoot, I guess. And what do you call? Years ago, we had real tall people. They used to call them giants, Sabe. And there was one located up at Grassy River, up the river from Larry's camp, and his head was sticking out of the trees over there. That's how tall he was. And I guess he was one of the bad giants that he was killing off our people. So one guy had power, and he got after him, and he put the giant down. And I know where he's buried too. So he was telling the people, if anybody tries to and bury him out the grave, he'll arise again. That river, it's wide enough. 2 steps, he stepped right across the river. That's how tall he was. And my dad was telling me, when I was young, he said, I used to see where he went through. He said all the top of the trees were broken. And he was grabbing trees. I guess he was just about ready to end his life, right? Because the guy was after him. One of our people there that had powers working with the like they work with the spirits sometimes, eh? And so he was one of the bad ones, that he was killing off all the Crees and the Ojibwe people. My grandfather and then my dad, he heard about it too a long time ago, and that's the stories they had, and they told where they seen them there around that area, around the Grassy River, Ferris Lake. Ferris Lake was fairly big enough of a lake, and apparently he was around that area all the time. It wasn't too far from there. And then they said there was another one here too, up at what do you call that river? What do you call that river? Pastogo? Forget now. Nabaguesi, yeah, Nabaguesi. They seen way up the river. They seen that Masabe there too. So, and just one guy had power, and he killed it, and he buried it over there alongside the river. I know where it is too, where he's buried. I took the youth there one time, and we couldn't go in because it was too much grass, eh? You'd have to go by canoe and paddle through the grass there. But I guess he was pretty dangerous. So, you know. He was evil. An evil Sabe.
But stories like these never truly end. They echo through the trees, ride the mist on the river, and settle in the silence between drumbeats. Though the elder laughs, calling the Sabe evil and long gone, something lingers. A shadow in the brush, a feeling just out of sight. The Sabe were said to be giants, not just in size, but in presence. Towering watchers of the forest, keepers of secrets too old to be written. And while some say it was buried long ago, deep beneath the moss and memory, others believe the Sabe still walks, not as flesh and bone, but as a spirit, a warning, a lesson, a whisper reminding us to walk gently, to listen, and to never forget the old ways.